Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn the concept of mole, which is one of the most important important point that we are going to often use in chemistry. Throughout the chemistry we are going to use the concept of mole. So now let's see what is the significance or what is the meaning of mole. So the heading for this discussion is mole concept. Now we are dealing with chemical species. So these chemical species cannot be observed with naked eyes. That means we have atoms, molecules, electrons, protons, neutrons, number of nucleons, etc. So these are not chemical species which cannot be observed with naked eyes. Now the problem arises how to measure the quantity of such an extremely small substance which cannot be observed with naked eyes. Now, to measure the quantity of such extremely small chemical species, the concept of mole was devised. So, this mole is nothing but a unit for measuring the quantity of chemical substance, that is known as amount of chemical substance. So we are going to measure the amount of chemical substance. So before this, we have to explain what exactly is a mole. Used for measuring amount of chemical species. Amount of chemical species. So these chemical species may be number of electrons, number of protons, neutrons, molecules, atoms, etc. Or you may have number of moles of ions, etc. Now these chemical species are measured in terms of mole. So 1 mole of any particular substance, whether this is electron, proton, neutron, molecules, etc., 1 mole has always a fixed quantity. So 1 mole of a substance is always equals to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 particles. So whenever we use the term mole, so 1 mole always signifies 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. If I say 1 mole of atom, then 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms. If I say 1 mole of molecules, it represents 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. If I say 1 mole of ions, it also represents 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So 1 mole has always given a fixed quantity, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Now this 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 species, this value is known as Avogadro number in honor of the scientist Avogadro. So 1 mole is equals to 1 Avogadro number, that is nothing but 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Now the question is, where from this 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 comes into picture? Now the actual value of this 6.02 into 10 to the power 23, which represents 1 Avogadro number in honor of the scientist, which is also defined as 1 mole, comes from a particular instrument known as spectrometer. We have an instrument known as mass spectrometer. This is an instrument which can measure any mass accurately. So to measure the mass of any given substance, we take the help of mass spectrometer, which is an instrument which gives the exact values of the given substance. Now, when the mass of carbon 12 was measured, it was found to be 12 gram, that we have discussed earlier while discussing atomic mass, gram atomic mass. So when the mass of carbon 12 was measured to be 12 gram. These 12 gram were found to contain 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon 12. So the mass of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon 12 was found to be 12 gram. So from that, this value 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 comes into picture. So from this we define mole as the amount of substance that are present as the same entities as were present in 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope as measured by a mass spectrometer. So this is the definition of mole. So this is defined as the number of particles. So if I say number of particles, means this may be atoms, this may be molecules, this may be electrons, this may be atoms, this may be ions. So the number of particles as were present in 12 gram of carbon 12, yeah, simply say carbon is measured by mass spectrometer. So this was the number of particles that were present in 12 gram of carbon as measured by spectrometer. So when 12 gram of carbon was measured by spectrometer, the number of atoms of carbon found was 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon. So 10 to the power 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms weighs 12 grams. So this was defined as gram atomic mass. So number of gram atom. So this was a 1 gram atom, yeah, 1 gram molecule. So these values were further extended. Instead of atoms, it was extended to electrons, protons, neutrons, molecules, etc. So the number of particles which were present in 12 gram of carbon as measured by mass spectrometer is given as 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. That is defined as Avogadro number, which in earlier case we define in terms of gram atom or in terms of gram molecule. So this is from where these values 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 comes into picture. So any given substance, when we say contains 1 mole, means the number of particles present is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So this may be electron, this may be proton, and this may be neutron. Now once we have this mole, so mole always represents a fixed quantity, and that fixed quantity is this value, that is Avogadro number 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. And where this mole comes, this value comes into picture, that is from the mass of carbon 12 as measured by spectrometer is found to be 12 gram. When 12 gram of carbon was measured by mass spectrometer, in fact it was found to contain 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon. So the same is extended to other also. So as the same entities as were present in carbon 12 is considered as the mole. Now once we have this mole, we have to find the values of mole or calculation of number of moles. Calculation of number of moles. So in a given substance, how to find how many moles of the substance is present? Now we have various methods to define calculate the number of moles. So let's take a first method, that is in terms of mass. in terms of mass of the substance. So now number of moles is defined by this small n, which is equals to number of moles. So this number of moles we have to define in terms of mass. So this is equals to mass of a given substance. So this substance may be atom, S may be molecule. So mass of a given substance divided by gram atomic or gram molar mass. Now in our case we have gram atomic mass or gram molar mass. So gram atomic mass is equals to mass of 1 gram atom. So mass of 1 gram atom, that is mass of 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atom, which is equals to mass of 1 mole. So mass of 1 mole is equals to molar mass. So this is what we call as gram atomic or gram molecular mass. So mass of 1 gram atom is gram atomic mass. Mass of 1 gram molecule is gram molecular mass. So mass of 1 mole of substance, that is gram atomic or gram molar mass. So if we have mass and it's gram atomic or gram molar mass, then we take the ratio to define the number of moles. So therefore look at this. Let's suppose the mass of given substance be W and gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass, that is be M. So this is equals to the number of moles. So therefore mass of a given substance is equals to number of moles into its molecular mass. So once we have this molecular mass and the number of moles, we can relate this. So number of moles is mass of a given substance divided by gram atomic or molar mass. So this is one of the way, a method by which we can find number of moles. The second way is in terms of number of particles. We can also define number of moles in terms of particles. So in terms of particles, number of moles is defined as actual number of particles present in the sample divided by Avogadro number of particles. So number of particles present divided by Avogadro's number. This is also defined as number of moles. So let the number of particles be represented by N. Then the Avogadro's number is NO. So this ratio is known as mole. So Avogadro number N, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So therefore from this we can have look at this. The number of particles present in the sample is equals to number of moles multiplied by Avogadro number. So if you look at this, this is also number of moles, this is also number of moles. So combining these two, we have, look at this, number of moles is equals to mass of the given substance divided by gram atomic or gram molecular mass. So this value must also be equals to number of particles present divided by Avogadro number. So this gives you the relation between number of particles and mass. So from these moles we can find number of particles, we can find mass, and once we have this mass and particle, we can relate these two to define the relation between number of moles and number of particles and the mass. Third, in terms of volumes. In terms of volume, so in terms of volume, this is specific only for gas. Only for gas we use this value. So in terms of volume, this is defined as volume occupied by the gas at STP, standard temperature pressure, divided by molar volume at STP. So therefore look at this, this is the volume occupied by the gas at STP divided by molar volume. So molar volume is Vm. So therefore look at this, volume occupied by the gas at STP divided by molar volume. So 1 mole of any gas at STP always occupies the volume of 22.4 liter, or we can also write it this way, this is 22400 ml. So this is specific only for gas. Gases are normally measured in terms of volume occupied by the gas at STP. So once we have the volume occupied by the gas at STP, we can define this, because molar volume is always a constant that we have defined in Avogadro's law. So volume occupied by 1 mole. So 1 mole is this. So this much substance will always occupies a volume of 22.4 liter at STP. So we are using this STP condition. So combining these three, we have look at this. So we have number of moles. This is equal to mass divided by molar mass. This is equal to number of particles divided by Avogadro number of particles. This is equal to volume occupied by the gas divided by molar volume. So now look at this. This can be used for interconversion. Mass into volume, volume into number of particles into mass, etc. So we are going to use this to define number of moles, and from this we can define mass, or if mass is given then we can also define number of moles. So simply saying, look at this concept of mole. So we cannot count the number of, so we cannot say countable things like we have number of books. We don't say number of books is 1 mole books. Because we can easily count it. This can be observed with naked eyes. We can have number of coins. So number of coins, we don't say 1 mole coins. So this mole is used for those chemical species which cannot be observed with naked eyes, and this mole is always a fixed quantity which is having a 06.02 into 10 to the power 23, which is also known as Avogadro number of particles. And this 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 is coming from the mass spectrometer, which measures the 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. When the 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope was measured by mass spectrometer, it was found to contain 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon. So from that, the concept of mole was developed. So any given substance, mole is defined as the amount of substance that was present as the same entity is present in 12 gram of carbon 12. So those values are. So these are the three ways by which we can define number of moles. So once we have this brief idea, number of moles. So this number of moles, this, as I told you, this value 6.02 into 10 to the power 23, which is also known as Avogadro number. This was earlier defined as 1 gram atom or 1 gram mole. Mass of 1 gram atom was defined as gram atomic mass. So this is nothing but mass of 1 mole of atom is known as gram atomic mass. Mass of 1 gram molecule was defined as gram molecular mass. So 1 gram mole means 1 mole. So 1 mole mass is known as molar mass. So volume occupied by 1 mole of ideal gas, that is molar volume. So 1 mole means 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of a particular gas will always occupy a 22.4 liter or 22400 ml. So since we are having 1 mole, so 1 mole mass is known as gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. So this is the concept of mole that we are going to use in chemistry. Now this mole does not change with change of reaction. The concept of mole does not change. If suppose if I say 1 mole of water in reaction A in reaction B, so that will always remain as 1 mole, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, so this is the concept. Now we are going to use this formula for solving numericals. We are discussing this concept of mole in this formula. In this problem. So we have looked at this given sample of ammonia, which is 34 gram. So in this 34 gram, we have to find this values. So first of all, mass of ammonia is given, so we have to find number of moles of ammonia. So now coming to this first. Now mass of ammonia is given as 34 gram. Now molecular mass of ammonia, mass of nitrogen is 14, mass of hydrogen is 1, so 14 plus 3, that is 17 gram. That is a molecular mass of ammonia. Now see, mass and molecular mass is given, so we can define number of moles of ammonia. So number of moles is mass divided by molar mass. So mass is 34, 17, so this comes out to be 2. So 34 gram of ammonia represents 2 moles of ammonia. So this is number of moles from mass. Now once we have this number of moles, we have to find the number of molecules of ammonia. Now we have looked at this, number of moles is equals to number of molecules divided by Avogadro number. So from this we have looked at this, number of molecules is equals to number of moles into Avogadro number. Now we have defined number of moles of ammonia because we are defining number of molecules of ammonia. So number of moles is already defined as 2 into Avogadro number. Avogadro number is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So means 12.04 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of ammonia is present in 34 gram of ammonia sample. Now look at this. We have to find number of atoms of nitrogen. So look at this. We have this one molecule of ammonia contains one nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atom. So single molecule of ammonia contains one nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen. So if one molecule contains one nitrogen atom, so if two molecule will have 2, one Avogadro number will have one Avogadro number. So therefore one molecule of ammonia of NMS3 is contains one nitrogen atom plus and 3 hydrogen atoms. So if this is number of atoms in one molecule, then one Avogadro number, that is 1 mole, will have one Avogadro number of nitrogen atoms, that is 1 mole, and 3 and hydrogen atoms, that is 3 mole. So now look at this. We have to find number of atoms of nitrogen. So therefore, if 1 mole contains this, then 2 mole means 2 into Avogadro number will have 2 NO nitrogen atoms, that is 2 mole, and 3 into 2, 6 Avogadro number of hydrogen atoms. So this is 6 mole. So therefore nitrogen atoms of nitrogen, that is 2 into Avogadro number. So this is nothing but we have 2 moles. Avogadro number is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. And number of hydrogen. So in the third case we have to find number of hydrogen also. So number of hydrogen atoms is equals to 6 Avogadro number, that is 6 mole. So this is the number of nitrogen atoms and hydrogen atoms present in 34 gram of NH3. So we have this number of hydrogen, number of nitrogen, that is number of moles. So therefore total number of, again we have to find the total number of atoms, total number of atoms is equals to number of atoms of hydrogen plus number of atoms of nitrogen. So total 6 plus 2 8, 8 times Avogadro number, or we say simply 8 moles. So this is 8 into Avogadro number of 8, mole of atoms is present. So this is the total number of atoms of nitrogen, hydrogen. Then now we have to find total number of electrons present in 34 gram of ammonia sample. Now in the previous problem we have seen one molecule of nitrogen contains one nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen. The atomic number of nitrogen is 7, so we have a 7 electron and 3 hydrogen atoms, so we have 3 electron. So one molecule of ammonia, 1 nitrogen plus 3 hydrogen atom. So 1 nitrogen means 7 electrons, because atomic number of nitrogen is 7, so 7 electron. 1 hydrogen means atomic number of hydrogen is 1, so we have 3 electrons. So one molecule contains how many electrons? 10 electrons are present. So if one molecule contains, ammonia contains 10 electrons, so 1 mole will have 10 into 10 moles. So if total number of moles of ammonia is 2 moles, so we'll have 20 mole electrons. So 2 mole will have 20 moles of electrons. So 20 moles of electrons means 20 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 electrons is present in 34 gram of ammonia. So now look at this, one molecule, one nitrogen, atomic number nitrogen is 7, so 7 electrons. One hydrogen, atomic number is 1, so 1 electron. So there are 3 hydrogen atoms, so we have 3 electrons. So this is the number of electrons present in one molecule is 10. So total number of electrons present in 2 moles will be 20 moles. So 20 moles means 20 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 electrons. See, this is the total number of electrons present in 34 gram of ammonia. Then next problem says total number of protons. Then we have total number of nucleons. Again, now look at this. One molecule of ammonia contains 1 nitrogen atom plus 3 hydrogen atom. So atomic number of nitrogen atomic number is 7, mass number is 14. So this is mass number. So mass number is nothing but number of protons plus number of neutrons. Hydrogen atomic number 1, mass number 1. So this is the mass number. So this is equals to proton plus neutron. This number of protons is equals to number of electrons. So one molecule of ammonia, 1 nitrogen, so number of protons is 7 protons is present. One molecule of ammonia contains 3 hydrogen atoms. So 3 hydrogen atoms means 3 protons. So one molecule of ammonia contains how many protons? 10 protons. So therefore 1 mole will contain 10 mole protons, and so 2 mole will have 20 mole protons, that is 20 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 protons. Simply means number of, in a neutral, number of electrons is always equals to number of protons. So this is number of protons present in 34 gram of ammonia. Then we have number of nucleons. So mass number is equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. So number of protons plus number of neutrons, which is equals to number of nucleons. So number of nucleon is nothing but total number of protons and total number of neutrons. So again look at this, one molecule of ammonia contains one nitrogen atom. So we have 7 protons and mass number of nitrogen is 14. So now look at this, number of nucleons present in nitrogen. One molecule, look at this, we have one molecule of nitrogen contains one nitrogen atom. So one nitrogen atom contains how many nucleons? 14 nucleons. So number of nucleons in one molecule, one nitrogen plus 3 hydrogen. So one nitrogen contains how many proton plus neutron? 14. One hydrogen contains one proton plus neutron. So we have 3 hydrogen plus 3. So we have 17 nucleons is present in one molecule of ammonia. So we have, therefore, 1 mole will have 17 mole nucleons. So 2 mole will have 34 mole. So that is 34 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So simply now look at this, mass number, that is proton plus neutron, is also defined as number of neutrons, that is total particles present inside the nucleus. So mass number is this. So this represents proton plus neutrons. This proton plus neutron is defined as number of nucleons. Then we have last, that is volume occupied by gas. So now we have, look at this, number of moles is equals to volume occupied by gas at STP divided by molar volume, that is 22.4 liters. So therefore now we have defined number of moles is 2. So therefore volume occupied by ammonia at STP is equals to 22.4 into n liter. So n is defined as 2. So therefore 2 into 22.4 liter, that is 44.8 liter. So this is the total volume occupied by ammonia, 34 gram of ammonia. So this is how we correlate different values, and from this mole we can define different or derivatives also.